Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Personal Growth Talks podcast. I'm your host, Jason, and today we're diving into a fascinating topic that can change how you think, work, and live. Have you ever wondered if it's possible to make your brain sharper, more focused, and more adaptable? Well, the answer is yes. In this episode, we're talking about how to train your brain for success in mental well-being.
Hi, everyone. I'm Julia, your co-host. I'm super excited about today's topic because, let's face it, who wouldn't want to boost their brain power? Whether it's improving your memory, enhancing your focus, or just staying mentally sharp, brain training is something anyone can do, no matter their age or background. And the best part? It doesn't require expensive tools or complicated methods. We'll be sharing simple, practical tips that you can start using today.
Exactly. Plus, we'll discuss why training your brain is just as important as exercising your body. So grab a cup of coffee, find a comfy spot, and let's explore how you can unlock the full potential of your mind.
And if you're listening and have your own tips or experiences about brain training, we'd love to hear them. Drop us a comment after the show or share your thoughts on social media. Now, Jason, let's get started by understanding what it really means to train your brain.
So, Julia, when we talk about training your brain, it might sound a little abstract to some people. I mean, our brains aren't muscles we can lift weights with at the gym. So, what exactly does it mean to train your brain?
Great question, Jason. Training your brain means engaging in activities that challenge your mind, improve your cognitive abilities, and help you think more clearly and effectively. It's like giving your brain a workout to keep it strong, flexible, and adaptable.
That's an interesting way to put it. So it's not just about solving puzzles or memorizing facts, right? It's also about developing new ways of thinking or approaching problems.
Exactly. It's about creating new neural pathways in your brain. For instance, when you learn something new, like a language or a skill, your brain builds connections between neurons. The more you practice, the stronger those connections become, just like how physical exercise builds muscle.
That makes sense. I've read that brain training isn't just for improving memory or focus. It can also help with emotional resilience and creativity. It's almost like tuning a car engine to make it run more smoothly.
Absolutely. And here's an interesting fact. Studies show that regularly training your brain can even slow down age-related cognitive decline. That means we can keep our minds sharper for longer if we make brain training a part of our daily lives.
That's powerful. So training your brain isn't just about solving math problems or playing memory games. It's about giving your mind the tools it needs to stay strong, adaptable, and creative in an ever-changing world.
Exactly, Jason. And the best part? It's something anyone can do, no matter their age or current mental abilities. Whether it's learning a new hobby, practicing mindfulness, or even just taking on small challenges like brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand, every effort counts.
I love that. Simple changes can make a big difference. So now that we've got a clear understanding of what brain training is, let's talk about why it's so important in our daily lives. All right, Julia, now that we know what brain training is, let's dive into why it's so important. I mean, in today's fast-paced world, where everything seems to be about efficiency and multitasking, why should we make time to train our brains?
Great question, Jason. Brain training is crucial because our mental health and cognitive abilities play a huge role in every aspect of our lives. Think about it. When your mind is sharp, you're better at solving problems, staying focused, and managing stress. It's not just about being smart. It's about functioning at your best, no matter what challenges come your way.
That's true. I've noticed that when I'm mentally tired or unfocused, even small tasks feel overwhelming. But when my brain is in good shape, I can tackle things more efficiently and creatively.
Exactly. And here's another reason brain training matters. Our brains are like any other part of our body. They need exercise to stay healthy. If we don't challenge our minds, they can become sluggish over time. This is especially important as we age because regular brain training can reduce the risk of cognitive decline and memory loss.
That's a good point. So brain training is like an investment in our mental future. But it's not just about preventing issues, right? It's also about enhancing our current abilities, like improving focus, decision-making, and even emotional control.
Absolutely. For example, people who regularly train their brains often report feeling more confident and capable in their daily lives. And let's not forget that brain training can also boost creativity. By challenging your mind with new activities, you open yourself up to fresh ideas and perspectives.
That's inspiring. So whether we're looking to stay sharp as we age or simply be more effective and creative in our daily lives, brain training is essential.
Exactly. It's not just a luxury. It's a necessity in today's world. And the good news is, anyone can do it. In the next segment, we'll talk about some simple ways to start training your brain right now.
All right, Julia. We've talked about why brain training is important, but I'm sure our listeners are wondering, how do I actually train my brain? So let's get into some simple, practical ways to start.
Absolutely, Jason. The great thing about brain training is that it doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. One of the easiest ways is to challenge your brain with puzzles and games. Things like crosswords, Sudoku, or even mobile brain training apps can help improve your problem-solving and critical thinking skills.
That's a great tip. I also heard that learning something new is one of the best ways to train your brain. For example, picking up a new language, learning to play an instrument, or even trying a new recipe can create new neural connections and keep your mind engaged.
Exactly. And here's another one. Physical exercise. Believe it or not, staying physically active is fantastic for your brain. Activities like yoga, walking, or even dancing improve blood flow to your brain, which helps it perform better.
That's true. I've noticed I think more clearly after a good workout. What about mindfulness practices like meditation? I've heard they're great for improving focus and reducing stress.
Yes, meditation is amazing. It helps you train your mind to stay present and focused. Even just a few minutes a day can make a big difference. Another tip is to switch up your routine. For instance, try using your non-dominant hand for tasks like brushing your teeth or writing. It might feel awkward, but it forces your brain to adapt and think differently.
That's an interesting one. It's like giving your brain a little workout by doing something unusual. I'd also add reading as a fantastic way to train your brain. Whether it's a novel, nonfiction, or even listening to audiobooks, it keeps your mind active and exposes you to new ideas.
Absolutely, Jason. And let's not forget about socializing. Engaging in meaningful conversations and building relationships can also challenge your brain. It's a great way to improve memory, emotional intelligence, and problem-solving skills.
That's such a good point. So from puzzles and physical exercise to meditation and socializing, there are so many ways to train your brain. And the best part is, these activities can be fun and rewarding at the same time.
Exactly. The key is consistency. Even spending 10 to 15 minutes a day on these activities can lead to big improvements over time. So, listeners, try adding one or two of these tips to your daily routine and see how it feels.
Great advice, Julia. In the next segment, we'll talk about some common challenges people face when trying to train their brains and how to overcome them. So, Julia, we've covered a lot of great tips for training your brain. But like anything else, it's not always smooth sailing. People often face challenges when trying to start or stick to brain training. Let's talk about some of those challenges and how to overcome them.
Absolutely, Jason. One of the most common challenges is consistency. Many people start strong but lose motivation after a few days or weeks. Life gets busy and brain training takes a back seat.
That's so true. I've been there myself. One way to overcome this is to set small, realistic goals. For example, instead of saying, I'll meditate for 30 minutes every day, start with just 5 minutes. Small steps are easier to stick to, and they build momentum.
Great point. Another challenge is feeling overwhelmed or not knowing where to start. With so many brain training methods out there, it can be hard to choose the right one.
In that case, I'd say start with something you enjoy. If you love puzzles, begin with crosswords or Sudoku. If you prefer movement, try yoga or dance. The key is to make it fun so it doesn't feel like a chore.
Exactly. Another big challenge is distractions. With smartphones, social media, and endless notifications, it's easy to lose focus.
Distractions. The modern day enemy of productivity. A simple way to handle this is to create a distraction-free zone. Turn off notifications, set a timer, and dedicate that time solely to brain training. Even 10 minutes of focused effort can make a difference.
That's a great tip. And finally, some people might feel discouraged if they don't see results right away. Brain training is a gradual process, and it takes time to notice improvements.
Absolutely. The key here is patience and persistence. Think of it like planting a tree. You won't see it grow overnight, but with consistent care, it will flourish.
Well said, Jason. So, listeners, remember, it's okay to face challenges. What matters is finding strategies that work for you and staying committed to the process. You've got this.
Great advice, Julia. Coming up, we'll wrap things up with some final thoughts and a quick recap of what we've learned today. You know, Julia, sometimes hearing about someone else's experience can be really inspiring. Do you have any personal stories or examples of how brain training has helped someone you know, or even you personally?
I do, Jason. A friend of mine, Sarah, started doing simple brain exercises during the pandemic. She began with puzzles and later picked up learning Spanish through a language app. She told me it was tough at first, but over time she noticed she could focus better at work and even felt less stressed. It's like her mind became sharper and more resilient.
That's amazing. I've had a similar experience. A few months ago, I started meditating for just 10 minutes a day to improve my focus. Honestly, I didn't think it would work, but after a couple of weeks, I noticed I wasn't as easily distracted. I could sit down and finish tasks without constantly checking my phone. It was a game changer.
That's incredible, Jason. I think stories like these show how small changes can lead to big improvements over time. And it doesn't have to be something fancy. Another friend of mine simply started reading a book every night before bed. She said it not only helped her relax, but also improved her memory and vocabulary.
It's those small, consistent habits that really make a difference. And I love that these examples are so relatable. They show that anyone can train their brain, whether it's through learning, mindfulness, or just picking up a new hobby.
Exactly. And listeners, if you've ever tried brain training yourself, we'd love to hear your stories. Share them in the comments or reach out to us. Your journey could inspire someone else to get started.
Absolutely. Sharing stories helps build a community of growth and encouragement. Now let's wrap up with some final takeaways for our listeners. Wow, Julia, we've covered so much today. What brain training is, why it's important, simple ways to get started, and even how to overcome challenges. I think our listeners are now ready to take their first steps toward training their brains.
Absolutely, Jason. And to our listeners, remember, brain training doesn't have to be overwhelming. Start small, stay consistent, and make it enjoyable. You'll be amazed at how these little efforts can lead to big changes over time.
That's right. And if you're ready to take action, here's what you can do today. Pick one brain training activity, whether it's solving a puzzle, learning something new, or practicing mindfulness. Spend just 10 minutes on it and make it a part of your daily routine.
And don't forget to share your progress with us. Leave a comment, send us a message, or even tag us on social media. We'd love to hear how you're training your brain and what's working for you.
Also, if you found this podcast helpful, don't forget to subscribe, give us a like, and share it with your friends. Let's spread the word about the power of brain training.
That's right. And be sure to tune in next time, where we'll talk about another exciting topic to help you grow and improve. Until then, take care and keep training your brain.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you in the next episode of the Personal Growth Talks podcast.